I've had an absolute mare making this video. This is time 3 of recording it, and I'm now officially on my webcam on my laptop because my camera has just decided that it doesn't want to work and doesn't want to write anything to my memory card. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. My name is Hannah. I'm a thriller author from the south of England. I make videos about writing, research, marketing and some booktube stuff as well, so if that sounds like something that is your cup of tea, please do subscribe to my channel. So today's video is a subject that is quite close to my heart. I've been thinking about trying to make a video about this particular topic for a really long time, probably since I actually started on YouTube. But for one reason or another, I thought that I couldn't tackle it. I thought the subject was too big, which it is, it's huge. But yeah, I figured given what's going on around the world with the BLM movement, stuff in the UK to do with ethnic minorities and COVID and everything that's going on, now was as good a time as any to have this conversation. So today's video is about diversity and why I personally think it's really important that we should read books from a diverse range of authors and backgrounds. I personally think books have so much power. They change people's opinions on things, they get banned, they get unbanned, they're in the curriculum, they shape people's opinions, they shape people's views, they shape the narrative, which is maybe the most hippie thing I've said on this channel, but it's true. They really do impact what we think. That's why I think it's really, really important to read a diverse range of authors so that you're not just reading books that are written by people that look and sound and think like you. So what do we actually mean when we say diversity? Diversity is a huge word, it's massive and it only ever seems to really get bigger. Diversity encompasses anything from race to gender to sexual orientation, socio-economic backgrounds, disability, mental health, political background, age. Honestly, I feel like the list could go on. But why does diversity in publishing and books matter? I figure the answer to this is pretty straightforward actually. Diversity matters simply because not everyone on this planet looks or thinks, behaves or has the same belief system that you do. Therefore, to make sure that you don't end up living in an echo chamber, you have to read diversely. So why should we be reading books from a diverse range of authors? Simply put, if you don't read diversely, you're stifling yourself. If you're just reading opinions that you have, you're never going to challenge yourself and you're never going to learn anything new. For me personally, I think the main reason we should read a diverse range of authors is to promote empathy, to promote learning, and to broaden our experiences. Realistically, there is no way that you as a single person are going to be able to visit every single country on the planet, or speak to every single person, or experience everything there is to experience. So books are exactly there to do that. I don't remember who actually said it, but there was a study not so long ago, if I can find it I'll put it in the description below, where I think it was a philosopher, something similar, basically said that books can go one of two ways. So books act as two things to readers. Either they are a mirror, so they contain characters that do look and think like you, and they give you confidence and maybe comfort, or books act as a window, which is where you obviously use the book as a way to experience new things because you're looking through a window into the author's world. If you constantly read books that are a mirror, then you're never going to learn anything new, because you're never going to see anything new. By reading diverse books, you open yourself up to countless opinions that you probably won't come across in your day-to-day life. It's pretty small, but one of my favourite things about reading a diverse range of authors from different cultures is seeing how different cultures react and write humour. So recently I finished reading My Sister the Serial Killer, which is by Oyinkan Braithwaite, and the humour in that is so dark. Like, British humour is pretty famous for being quite dark and satirical, and quite sarcastic, but this was like another level. I also really enjoy how, I think it's John Linkvist and Jonas Jonasson, I think they're both from Sweden, how they write humour. Jonas Jonasson's humour is a little bit sillier, a little bit more slapstick, and Linkvist is, again, very dark. He's primarily a horror author, so he kind of walks the line between horror and comedy, which surprisingly is quite small, and I think he does that really well, and they both do that in a way I don't think I'd have experienced if I just stuck to reading English authors. Some cultures also have a completely different way of building stories, so Japanese culture, famously, their stories don't always end in a happy ending, and whilst I know there are some books out there that from British and US authors maybe, that don't end in a perfectly happy scenario. I still think that's, it's not quite the norm. It's quite usual and most usual for those books from the US and the UK to end in what we consider a satisfying way, but the ending of Japanese Japanese literature, is completely different. By reading books from a diverse culture, from different areas of the globe, or from people that may be experiencing things differently to you, you develop empathy that you might not have had before. It's also well known that the publishing industry stereotypically is quite risk averse. They tend to only really take chances on authors that have maybe an already existing audience, or they're not first time, so they've already had books out and they can prove that what they have as a product is sellable. It's quite an easy excuse for publishers to lean on to say that there's not a good enough audience for diverse authors, but actually that is in our control. So if we buy books that are out there already that are written by diverse authors, then there is the space there for more works to be created by more diverse authors, because we're in effect proving that there is an audience for it. It may take a little while longer to find books by diverse authors rather than just going straight to your old favourites, but I honestly think it is so worth it. I really struggled to find a reason why you wouldn't do it. I know this video was incredibly simplified. It's also probably a little bit fuzzy because it's on my webcam, so sorry about that. But I think that, we're all learning. Diversity is a massive, massive subject, and I don't think we'll ever stop learning about it, but I would rather be learning about it than just settle for reading authors who look and sound and think exactly as I do. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please do hit the like button and be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye!